Chapter 21. SHM. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Xiongji stared at the USB in her hands. Guzhen, can I borrow your laptop for a minute? I will just check one file. Guzhen wanted to complain first since he did not want anyone to touch his precious laptop, but remembering Xiongji would gift him the treasure later, Guzhen let her. Xiongji opened a file, reached out her phone and took a picture of the file in the laptop. Then she put away the USB. Thanks, I will just make a call. She went outside and made her way towards an open space. She dialed a number and waited for someone to answer. Hello, this is Shihua Media, SHM Company. How can we help you? A lazy voice said. Good morning, I'm just an anonymous person who have a big evidence in my hands towards CJ's corruption. Since I trust your company, I chose to give this evidence to you. I'll send you a picture of a certain file I have to erase your doubt. Call me back if you are interested. Xiongji ended the call. She was confident they would call back. In SHM, 3 guys was sitting in the sofa with different positions. The chubby guy was munching happily while watching anime in his laptop. He was leaning back and his feet was on top of a nearby table. The thin guy beside him was leaning in his shoulder, bubble gum in his mouth, scrolling on the phone and feet was in top of the folded legs of the muscled guy in the corner of the sofa. The muscled guy had his game controller in his hands and was extremely focused on the screen not far away from him. Suddenly the door opened and a lean man with eyeglasses entered. Guys! We have work to do. The lean man said excitingly. Silence met him. The 3 guy did not even bother to look at him. Then the thin man with the phone managed to split his attention. Whose affair? He asked. Their company was very low rated and poor. They were only 4 employees. So these 3 guys expected that the job the lean was talking about was about their usual work, confirming gossip. These 4 guys were the creators of SHM. The chubby guy the writer, the thin man was the camera guy, the muscled guy was the editor. And the lean man was their PR. They were all colleagues and friends. After they graduate, they work to different media. However, they did not like the rules there which were bribery and sometimes fake news. In other words, money was running their media. Being fed up, the 4 guys wanted to be a justice hero. So they created this company. As what their company name said, Shihua, truth, they only release truth news. However, after they create their own company, finding the truth in a certain issue was very hard and very expensive. Even they could not dig up the matter more because of the lack of money. That's why until now these 4 guys did not have a decent work. They were all releasing minor news such as trashes of the celebrities, politicians, or respected businessmen. Still, they were ignored and was suppressed by money. However, these 4 guys became a famous group after they helped Xiaomei to spread the truth of the CJ's corruption. That's why Xiongji chose them. They were actually reliable and talented if they were given a chance to grow with proper equipments and financial support. And that's what Xiongji planned. Instead of waiting for 6 years to let them be acknowledged by the world, why not now? She would not change their fate, she would just make it fast to happen. I'm not going to be the cameraman today. I'm too lazy. The thin guy said. I'm busy, Mu Fian, you're free, it's your turn to tail someone. The chubby guy said. Mu Fian, the muscled guy, did not take away his eyes from the screen. Can't you see I'm playing? Besides, it was my turn last week. It is Lin Ruo's turn now. Lin Ruo, the lean man, got angry to these bunch of lazy guys. You 3. I'm talking about decent work. We have to meet someone. The 3 continued their lazy countenance. It's the matter of CJ's corruption. The 3 guys stopped. Ears perked up. Sensing he got the attention of these 3, Lin Ruo continued. I got a picture of the evidence. It was only a part. But it tells truth. Truth. Hearing this one word, the three guys on the sofa left what they were doing. Xian Tao, the chubby guy, closed his laptop and take off his legs on the table. Gi Ping, the thin man, tuck his phone in his pocket and sit properly. Mu Fian, the muscled guy, unfolded his legs and put away the controller. The evidence. The three of them asked seriously. Witnessing the scene, Lin Ruo was satisfied. He pulled out his phone, connect it to the screen and select a picture. An image of the doc.u.ment could be seen. The three guys read the doc.u.ment and was instantly startled. Oh my! The three of the exclaimed. Who called? How did you get this? There is more evidence from that person, right? Did you ask them to meet? The three of them bombarded Lin Ruo with questions. This is a bomb. Just one picture was enough to cause uproar in the media. The picture contained the accounting of diamonds of how much CJs bought. It was not complete, since it was a picture. But from that part, one could see the amount of diamonds, and anyone who can do math would know that those diamonds were imitations. What shocked them most was the bottom part of the paper. It was signed by the president himself and the auditor. They had already heard that the CEO's assistant was the culprit, mixing the true diamonds with fake. But this doc.u.ment told different things. It tells people that the president himself knew this transaction and have been doing this for long. The three guys felt the burning passion in their hearts. They were heroes of justice. They must absolutely told the truth to the people. We must meet them. Less than 10 minutes. Xiongji's phone rang. With a small smile on her lips she pressed the answer button. Hello, we want to meet you. Please bring more evidence. We will surely make the truth known to all citizens. We, Shihua Media, will expose CJ's corruption and crimes. Justice will prevail. The voice said dreamingly. 6 p.m., at XX coffee shop. I'll be wearing a uniform. Xiongji did not intend to hide her identity anyway. She had plans for them. Okay, let's see each other later. Thank you. Lien Ruo ended the call. He was excited. Finally. Uniform. Xiongji put her phone away when she saw Gu Zhen running over to her. How about class? Sensing her questioning gaze, Gu Zhen explained. I'm more excited to the gift of yours than the class. Then he stretched out his hand. Xiongji gave him the key. Suddenly rain poured down heavily. They both ran towards the nearby shed. Gu Zhen took off his eyeglasses and wiped it off. Lightning flash and snap. Xiongji looked around. What was that? Xiongji, about the place, where are you going to take action? Xiongji did not bother with it anymore. She faced Gu Zhen and asked. Is your father will be home later? Yes. Then later. Xiongji walked away and entered their classroom. After class, Xiongji keep her promise. She waited for her driver and Lin Feng. When they came she told them that she would go to her friend's house. The driver was happy that his young miss would be normal for the first time. A friend's house. Not an hospital nor police station. Lin Feng was expressionless, but it did not escape in his eyes how Xiongji did not look at him once. Xiongji saw Gu Zhen entered his car. She also entered her car and told the driver, Mr. G. Mr. G followed the car in front. They are really going to her friend's house, not to tail someone, right? But Mr. G dismissed the thought. He really could not understand his young miss. Following the car, they entered a villa. When the car entered a big house, Xiong-ji dialed a phone number. "I'm outside your house." Then ended it. The gate in front opened and signaled them to enter. Xiong-ji was about to enter the entrance when she stopped. She looked back at Lin Feng, who was standing beside the car. "You're not coming in?" Xiong-ji gathered her courage to ask him. "Is young Miss Ji needed me?" Lin Feng said with a polite tone with raised a brow. It was a friend's house. He thought there's no need for him to be there. "I need you," Xiong-ji seriously said while looking at his eyes. Lin Feng's heart stopped beating. For a moment he mistaken that there was a deep meaning through her words. Then his heart calmed with the thought that Xiong-ji just wanted him to accompany her inside. He just shrugged it off and went after Xiong-ji. Both of them was welcomed by the maids. Xiong-ji and Lin Feng was lead towards the living room. In the sofa, a father and son was in heated argument. "You must be lying. I haven't seen you with a friend. You will just go to some place with your computer all. Jen, after high school you will be in army, you must focus on that, not in your computer alone. I'm telling you the truth, Dad. My friend will come today. We'll need to finish a project. Then let me see that friend of yours." Gu Zhen saw Xiong-ji in the corner of his eye. "Xiong-ji." He called out and suddenly grabbed her. He led her towards his father. "This is my friend Dad, Xiong-ji. Xiong-ji, my father. Xiong-ji. Mr. Gu, this boy. This is how he introduced me to his friend." Xiong-ji quickly recovered. She was startled earlier that Gu Zhen would push her towards his raging father in the instant he saw her. "Good afternoon, Mr. Gu. I'm your son's classmate and friend, Xiong-ji," she bowed in greeting. Mr. Gu had no choice but to be polite for a moment. He would settle things later on with his son. "How are you doing?" "I'm fine, Mr. Gu. I just come today because Gu Zhen said that he need you permission to work on a project with the two of us alone. I hope you don't mind." Mr. Gu was about to ask Xiong-ji when his eye caught Lin Feng. He recognized Lin Feng. "Young Master Zhou. What does young Master Zhou doing here?" Mr. Gu knew the Zhou family. In fact, all wealthy families knew them. Zhou was one of the wealthy family after all. They were also the main reason why Xiong family was revered and feared. Mr. Gu saw Lin Feng, who was constantly attending parties and banquets with his father since young as a training. No one could easily forget the strong presence and exquisite facial features of this young lad. "I'm here to accompany my young miss," Lin Feng answered. Mr. Gu was startled. The only person they comply without a doubt was the first line of Xiong family. "Young Mississippi." Mr. Gu's gaze fell on Xiong-ji. "Xiong. This is the eldest daughter of Xiong family. Xiong-ji never attended banquet or parties in the past. So Mr. Gu did not recognize her." Mr. Gu recovered from his shock and looked sharply towards his son. "This boy. He should tell me that his friend was not ordinary. I in fact a Xiong. Forgive my impoliteness and careless ways. I did not greet you properly." Mr. Gu showed respect to Xiong-ji. Xiong-ji just raised a brow. People could easily be suppressed by power. How come I did not use it in the past? I'm really a fool. Chapter 22. SHM 2, you are listening at novelfull.audio. No need. I just wanted to personally ask you, since Gu Zhen seems nervous about it. Mr. Gu laughed awkwardly. It turns out his son was not lying after all. No need to ask permission. It's an honor to have you as my son's friend. Please do tell me if he cause you any trouble. Thank you, Mr. Gu. Mr. Gu looked at Gu Zhen, who was hiding behind Xiong-ji. You brat. Take care of your friend. I'll go now, Miss Xiongji. Please feel free at home. He then turned to Xiongji. Xiongji took out her phone and handed it to Mr. Gu. So I can tell you where we are, for you to not worry at Guzhen's safety. Mr. Gu understand and gave Xiongji his number. After his father left, Guzhen quickly grabbed Xiongji and led her to his room. Lin Feng furrowed his brows and followed them. His gaze was locked on the hand of Guzhen who were holding Xiongji. Guzhen suddenly stopped before he entered his room. He looked back at Lin Feng. You're not needed anymore. Xiongji and I have something to discuss. Lin Feng was still expressionless. But Xiongji, who was aware of his every move, noticed the danger glint in his eyes. Guzhen was about to shoo Lin Feng again when Xiongji suddenly grabbed Lin Feng's hand and turned to Guzhen with cold voice. I needed him here. What people think when a man and a lady enters a room alone. Guzhen understand. He let go Xiongji's hand and scratched his head. Sorry, just got a little excited. But wouldn't he know? Guzhen did not want to intentionally offend Lin Feng. He was just afraid that this guy would tell his father the things he would seen once he entered the room. Only Xiongji and his father knew of his addiction towards technology. One addition would be dangerous. It's okay. He won't tell. Xiongji said, still holding Lin Feng's hand. Lin Feng just stared at their intertwined hands. If it was other girls, he already twisted their hands, even they were from a prominent family, touching him without his consent. But in this touch, he did not dislike it. In fact, it sent warm and comfortable feeling in his body, making his heart falter a little. So he did not also let go. Guzhen tossed around his room. Until he found CDs and USBs did he finally stopped. He walked towards Xiongji and said. You keep it. My father will check my belongings before we go out. But he will not check yours. Xiongji stared at it. She was actually contemplating. If she accepted, did she have to let go her hand who was holding Lin Feng's? She did not want to. But in order to put those CDs in her back she must use her two hands. Feeling frustrated, Xiongji glared at Guzhen. It is my first time holding Lin Feng's hand in both lifetimes. Why you have to ruin it? But Guzhen did not hear any of it. He impatiently gestured at Xiongji to accept the CDs. Lin Feng, who was standing at the side, pulled out his gaze from their holding hands and reached out to the CDs. His other hand was still holding Xiongji's hand and casually put the CDs in her bag with one hand. The move was swift yet gentle. Xiongji's heart beat so fast as she thought this, he also not let go of my hands. Does it mean that he did not dislike it? Hope filled her heart. Let's go. Guzhen enthusiastically said. Xiongji's thought came back to the present. But she not intend to let go of his hand. They walked and as Guzhen said, someone really checked his belongings. Then, the three of them ride the same car. It was Xiongji's. Coming closer towards the car, Xiongji meet another dilemma. She always sat at the back seat while Lin Feng at the passenger seat. They would still be in separate ways. She had no choice. Xiongji bit her lips while reluctantly letting go Lin Feng's big and warm hand. Lin Feng felt coldness in his hand the moment Xiongji let go of it. The coldness crept into his body towards his heart. Right, he was just an aide. He did not have any right to sit beside her. Much to hold her hand. She was a Xiong. He was a Zhou. A/N. Romeo and Juliet. Is that you? A/N. Go away, a glint flashed in Lin Feng's eyes. He was born as Zhou, serving the Xiong. But he would not die still serving the Xiong. He would rise higher, aim higher by his own. The three people entered the car. Underscore 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 in the capital, in a new built building, 3 figures hovered towards the building. Xiong-ji turned to Lin Feng. You don't need to accompany me here. I will call once we're done with our project. Thanks for coming with me. Pleasure was mine, young miss. We're alone. Lin Feng pursed his lips. Jier. Jier. Both came from the same mouth, why the feeling was different. Xiong-ji clearly remembered when Lin Feng called her Jier in the past, it was full of warmth, but now it was indifferent and forced. This makes Xiong-ji's heart hurt. Her eyes downcast, she said, it's okay. If you don't want to call me Jier anymore, then don't. Please call me as you seem fit. Lin Feng watched her. He could not see her face clearly, but he could not help to think that this girl in front of her was hurt. Lin Feng did not answer. Because he did not know what he should say. It's true he was a bit forced to call her by her name. But it did not mean he hated it. It was just, if he called her by her name he might forgot that he was an aide, a reminder that he must strive hard. With no response from Lin Feng, Xiong-ji went alone in the building with excited Guzhen following behind. They went to the 9th floor. The office occupied the whole 9th floor. An office who had 2 private rooms, a big room with desk and dividers, a CR, and a small kitchen. Is this your starting office? Not bad. Guzhen appreciated the surroundings. He liked the office. In every desk there was enough space for the employees to breathe. He entered one of the private rooms and said, I will use one of these rooms. You already promised. And like that he locked one of the rooms and put all his treasures there and begun to work on his computer. Xiong-ji just stared at the locked door where Guzhen went. She then went downstairs. She was bumped into the guard. Ms. The guard was hired by Xiong-ji alone to guard the office. Hello, Mr. Tsang, one of my classmates was staying inside the office. Once he noticed I'm gone, tell him I have some matters to attend. He can go home. Also, he can drop by here anytime. Yes, Ms. and Xiong-ji went away. Underscore 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 underscore. It was still early by hour the moment Xiong-ji entered the XX coffee shop. True to her words, she did not bother changing. She just sat at the corner of the coffee shop looking at the entrance. She knew that she was early, but she can't help to stare at the entrance. In the past, one of her habits was observing people. She did not judge them, but she can quite grasp their attitude. She saw a happy couple enter, followed by a lone man in his 40s, then a mother with a child in school uniform. Then an old man, followed by a group of people. She stared at the group of people. That group was mixed well, or they were very different to each other. One muscled, one thin, one chubby and one lean. They looked around. When they spotted Xiong-ji they whispered to each other. These action quite attracted the customers and staff in the coffee shop. Who could blame them? For grown man, standing at the middle of the cafe, whispering to each other while looking at the pretty high school girl who sat alone in the corner. When they were about to approach Xiong-ji, the man in his 40s stand up and blocked them. Gentlemen, would you like to share on my table? Your drinks are on me. He politely suggested, even though his stance were protective and guarded. The happy couple went to Xiong-ji and sat with her. The woman smiled, assuring her. The mother and child nearby her table reached out to her phone and dialed the police number, ready to press the button if a fight broke out. Xiong-ji, who was at the side, observed this with amuse.e.m.e.nt. The 4 guys rejected the man and was about to step forward when the old man speak. You 4 perverts. You should leave this cafe or your face will not be intact anymore. Eh. The four guys observed the people around them. The people in the cafeteria all looked disgusted at them. And seems ready to fight. Eh. How did we offend this people? Xiong Ji could not help but be moved. There are still good people in this world. Too bad it was against the wrong person. The lean man seemed to understand the situation, so he took a step backward and raised his hand in his submission. I'm sorry, we probably scared you, but we are acquaintance of that girl. We are not bad people. All the people in the cafeteria looked at the lean man, then to Xiong Ji. Xiong Ji stand up and bowed respectfully. Thank you for your concern, but they are all my uncles. We have not seen each other for years. Xiong Ji had a vague idea who they were. The people inside the cafeteria backed down and apologized to the four guys. The three guys were confused except the lean man. After the misunderstanding, the four guys made their way to Xiong Ji. The lean man carefully asked Xiong Ji. Are you the one who called SHM? Xiong Ji was now sure who they were. The man who asked her was the man on the phone. Yes. Please sit. The four guys sit down and get something in their bag and set it on the table. The chubby guy bring out a paper and pen, the thin guy had a phone, the muscled guy had a laptop and the lean man had a recorder. Xiong Ji's corner mouth twitched. They are really prepared, aren't they? Xiong Ji also bring out something. USB. When the four guys saw the USB, their eyes practically shined. The lean man gulped and introduced themselves. Ms. We are the creators of SHM. I'm Lin Roa, the PR, this is Mu Fian, our editor, Xian Tao, our news writer, and Gi Ping, the cameraman. The three guys who were being introduced nodded at Xiong Ji. We're sorry to make you wait. Lin Roa added. It's alright, I just came. I'm an hour early. You too. Haha, we also did not expect to see you early. The lean man was embarrassed. Are they really obvious that they were too excited to meet their source? Xiong Ji brought out a folder. She placed it beside the USB. I'm not giving this evidence for free. Those words that Xiong Ji started made all the four guys gasped. How can we forget? Truth is expensive. They did not bring money. Because they don't have any. This evidence really cost a lot of money. If the girl gave it to other media, for sure they would give her any amount just to have that evidence. The four guys felt bitter. They know they don't have any to trade. They are already saying goodbye to the USB when they heard Xiong Ji. So if you agree and sign it, I will give it to you. Ha. Sign. Agree. Give to us. Xiong Ji looked at the four of them. Did they not understand? Or did they listen? The four stared at Xiong Ji blankly. When they heard that it was not free, their brain immediately broke down. So they did not hear clearly what Xiong Ji said. Being impatient with these idiots. Xiong Ji get the recorder from Lin Roa and played it again. Ms. We are the creators of SHM. I'm not giving this evidence for free, I have a proposal. I have a company and I want your SHM to have collaboration with it. It's just simple, IHCHI will invest to SHM, in return I need SHM to be loyal to IHCHI. Also, let me have 10% shares in SHM. This evidence is just a start to your journey. IHCHI will provide you support. So if you agree and sign it, I will give it to you. After being quiet for a while, Lin Roa was the first one who recovered. He took the folder and examined it. Then his eyes went wide. You. His eyes were full of disbelief. Xiong Ji really got impatient with them. Sign it or not? Lin Roa was conflicted. Then he said to Xiong Ji. Ms. Xiong, can you let us talk first and decide for ourselves? Okay. I'll give you an hour, but she did not manage to say that because Lin Roa already turned around and pinched all his companion. Xiong Ji just watched them discuss. She could not hear them since they were whispering. Even they did not accept the proposal, Xiong Ji would still give them the evidence. That's why she only gave them an hour. Since it was a collaboration, they must decide it with proper care. But less than 5 minutes, the four idiots grinned and looked at Xiong Ji with anticipation. Xiong Ji just quirked her brow. What did they talk about? Ms. Xiong, we, SHM, agree to our collaboration. Lin Roa said with enthusiasm. He reached out to the file and signed. Then looked up at Xiong Ji with question in his eyes. Xiong Ji understood it and answered. I thought one person will come only, that's why I only bring one copy. The four guys were ashamed. They were all too excited that they all came. It's okay. Just fax to us the other contracts. And with that they seal a deal. While Xiong Ji was returning home, she was in daze. Well, that was too fast. She did not expect that. End of day 1, underscore 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 underscore. Chapter 23. Side story. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Nav OM, A/N, bonus for today. So this is the side story of the four guys. Their 5 minutes talk. Underscore 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 Lien Roa pinched all of them. Hey, guys. Let your brain run. We have a contract here. Contract. The three guy asked. Did you all hear what the girl said? They all nod. She said collaboration. That will support us. Sign and agree. Give it to us. They all looked at each other. That's a good deal. We don't need to pay money, but she will support us and give us the evidence. Yeah, that it is just collaboration. Let's sign it. So the four idiots grinned and signed the contract. It's a win-win for them. Underscore 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 underscore. When they were returning to their office, they bought ice cream to celebrate the evidence in their hands. Then, Mu Fian asked the thing that kept ringing in his mind. What's the pretty girl name again? Ms. Xiong Ji. Lin Roa answered. It's amazing, she has a company in a young age. Yeah, when she wore the uniform earlier she really looked like a rich high school kid. How old do you think she is? The three guys thought that Xiong Ji just wore the uniform as a disguise and for them too easy to identify. However, Lin Roa stopped. Guys, I think she's really in high school. They forgot to ask the reason why she gave it. They forgot to ask where she find it and how she got it. They forgot to ask many things. After a minute. Don't tell me we've been scammed. Idiot. The evidence is on us. What if it's only AAP.O.R.N. Then her target is our penmanship. What we have signed. The four of them realized the heaviness of the deal earlier. When they got in their office. They read the contract 10 times. Turned out they were not unlucky like what they thought they would be. Underscore 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 underscore. Chapter 24. A week. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Day 2, cool wind blew through the curtains. The sun's warmth was not in its peak, creating a peaceful and calm morning. The girl inside the room was putting her uniform when her gaze fell on her laptop. Should I check? Xiong-ji gave the evidence yesterday afternoon to SHM. For sure, they had already posted it in their website and the evidence already spread. Know that I should wait until it reached my ears. With that, Xiong-ji continued her daily life, including staring boldly at Lin Feng. Since yesterday that she found out that Lin Feng did not dislike her touch, Xiong-ji had more courage now. While Xiong-ji's life went usual, in the internet world, a bomb had fallen. CJ's corruption had been found out. CEO's assistant is a scapegoat. An article was posted in SHM website. They posted it in Facebook, Weibo, etc. with their website address. For hours, many ignore it since the website was not famous, hence they thought it was unreliable. But there were also some people who were so bored to death and opened the article just to see it for their curiosity and to kill the time. But when they read the article they were dumbfounded. CJ's controversies started a week ago. 1. Family bought a jewelry to present as a gift to B family. However, one of the elder from B family is expert in antiques and jewelries, examined it and found out the diamonds in the bracelet were fake. They handed the bracelet to many expert and found the same conclusion. Being embarrassed, a family file a complaint to CJ that result in investigation of each employees in CJ's. The CJs proclaimed that all the diamond in their jewelries were genuine. They even quoted, "This case only happened once." CJs will investigate the matter and will find what anomalies that caused this misunderstanding. We will give an explanation to the public. It turns out CJ's CEO assistant was the culprit. Switching true diamonds into a fake one. Selling the imitation while keeping the genuine. And 6 days from now the trial will begin. But do you think justice was really given? We, the writers, was surprised when we saw this. A picture of an accounting of diamonds and their price was attached. At the bottom, the editor circled the signatures of the CEO and the audit. This file was given to us by an unknown source. If what the CJs really said that diamonds from that customer was really switched by a fake one, why the audit in this file tells us that the diamonds' price were so low that I even can buy them by my 2 days' work worth. Then all of us can afford diamonds. Isn't this price tells us that the diamonds they were shipping were all imitations? If what I write was true and this picture too, why the CJs only have this one issue? They have their usual costumers. The family from upper society. With reputation and background, how can they do such thing? If someone is going to propose, which store they will go to? It's CJ's. Even us commoners don't have enough money to buy even one of those jewelries in CJ's. We still worked hard and save money to buy one jewelry for our other half. But what will you feel when that jewelry that you bought with your effort, hard work, and patience was actually fake? Another picture was attached. This time it was the transaction of all the buyers who bought last month in CJ's. There were 2 columns in this picture. The first one was listed as VIP's buyers. The price of every item was sumptuous. Under each item, the interest of CJ's was written. 10%, while in the second column it had a title. Sales for common buyers. Under every transaction was the percent interest of CJ's. 55%, it is supposed to be on sale, right? Why they have 55% interest while the other list that was not sale had 10% only? Why the interest differ so much if they were just the same item? Does it only confirm the earlier picture? Then the diamonds that was audited earlier in the picture was the diamonds used in jewelries for sale for commoners. How outrageous. They use fake diamonds in their promo sale for commoners to attract people and deceive them. We thought we're buying a little less expensive genuine jewelry, but it's not. We're buying fakes with extravagant price. Is that because we can easily be deceived without the knowledge to see the difference between the genuine and fake? Because we cannot afford the experts. While their VIPs buyers can. One more thing, they point all accusations and crimes to their CEO's assistant. Is she really the mastermind behind this? If she is, what this audit with the auditor, board of directors and even the president himself signed explain this. Is she also capable of that? We, SHM, studied this meant, we found out that Ms. Xiao Mei entered CJ's a year ago, but this meant tell us that this corruption and deceiving people happened already for a very long time. 3 pictures of audit was posted but with a different date. The first picture is dated this year, the second is last year and the last picture is dated 2 years ago. With this concrete evidence speaking, can they still tell that Ms. Xiao Mei is the real culprit? Ms. Xiao Mei has no interaction with CJ's 2 years ago. She was at the university. Now, they dared to deceive the public by representing a scapegoat for their crimes. Truly shameless. We, SHM, as public trusted media wants to tell this to the citizens who have been victimized by CJs. We will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. And if you are wondering if this evidence are all genuine, then try to contact those people who is in the transaction and audit list. They post another picture. It was the 2-column picture. Both had a same item with a comparison of prices with them. Below, is the computed price of the 2. Huge difference could be seen. The viewers who saw this article was shocked, then rage consumed them. They also bought at CJ's in their sale for commoners. The article hit them hard. They were like those people who work hard for those piece of accessories to please their sisters, mothers, girlfriends, and wife. The CJ's was a famous #1 jewelries and accessories company in China. It was even expanding in overseas. So many people trust this 100-year-old company. In the first of its generation, only wealthy and powerful people can afford CJ's accessories, but in this 20th century they open it publicly, welcoming commoners to buy their jewels at a fair price, calling it sale. That's why a lot of people, which almost population of China, bought their accessories at CJ's. Reading this article, the people who read this was infuriated. Like the writer had written, they were deceived. Their hard work, sweats and tears were surfaced in their minds. In the end the one they worked hard for was a fake one. The CJs were shameless. Animals. How dare they look down at them? Even it was only few people who read this article, they post it to all of their accounts and share it. They were all shouting injustice. After hours of posting, this article skyrocketed in internet and become #1 searching. The name that cannot said. What? My BF also bought at CJ's a week ago for our anniversary. It is from sale. I'm wearing it right now. Don't tell me, it's fake. Reach your nose by your tongue. I can't believe it. I always bought at CJ's every year for my grandmother's present. I save. One for a month. And just for a fake. I'm sarcastic. Hey. It is not yet confirmed that the picture above are all true. None. My sister's fiancé is from a VIP's buyer list from above. My friend is from the sale. They bought the same item. The price from the picture is the price they have paid. I'm not sure. The CJs really did this. They must investigate. More people commented to the article. Some people did not believe, but many want to investigate this matter. In the evening, in a certain villa, a man in his 50s, was on the pool surrounded by beauties wearing 2-piece. They were serving the man. The man was leaning on the edge of the pool while the rest of his body was in the pool itself. He was on the phone. I told you to call me when the deal is important. Not for groundless rumors. The man at the pool shouted to his phone. But CEO Long, this article spread to the internet. Many netizens were asking for our explanation. Not only that, they seemed to have some evidence. The PR was also contacting me, asking for you. What are you afraid of? Everything is good and in place. We need to wait for a few days, then the trial will come. This issue will be gone. So don't call me anymore because I'm busy. You handle things there. Then the middle-aged man ended the call. He did not take it seriously. As he said, everything was as he planned. He only need to wait. Besides, it was just an article. How can it compare to CJ's glory? If it become big, he would just need to suppress it with money. And he had plenty of that. End of day 2. Chapter 25. A week, 2, you are listening at novelfull.audio. Day 3, the article that was posted spread like a virus. People who read the article posted it and share. The controversies of CJ's was in its peak. In the CEO's office, CEO Long slammed the table. The moment he came, the directors barged in his office and demanded a meeting. We have a team for PR. What are they doing? They cannot even control the media. Delete this article no matter how much. Or bribe this petty SHM. CEO Long was reaching his limit. It was only an article, with a little evidence on it, they could easily topple them all. But this very article was giving him a headache. Sir, we've been doing that. We even hired expert hackers to delete it. But many people posted it in their accounts and shared. Whenever we deleted it, it popped again. They even saved it as a screenshot. We also contacted the SHM, but their answers .w were not .tg good. The PR's lead team stuttered at the end. She still remembered how the SHM answered them when she called. Do you think we can be swayed by money? No. We are SHM. Do you know SHM? Sherhua Media. SHIHUA means truth. We, creators of SHM, will get justice. We will. She ended it. She was scared of their shouting. All she said in the beginning was, "Hello, we are from CJ's," and they started ranting. They not even give her a chance to tell them her purpose of calling. What's more, they even posted this morning that CJ's called them to bribe them to stop posting. Seeing that post, made her vomit blood. She did not have a chance to say that to them. Well, it was true that was her purpose. So, bribing them or having negotiations was a no. Then go at their office. Who will not like money? Just bring a case, that's what their goal anyway. CEO Long only thinks that once they stop posting this matter will end. Sir, I'm afraid we shall not do that. Their recent post said that we contacted them and bribed them. If we show up to their office, people will think that we are really bribing them. Which is true. She silently added. The PR was also having an headache. They were receiving calls from other media wanting them to have an explanation. The public were also angry at them, demanding if it's true or not. They had not given response. Giving response required resources. They need evidence to oppose the evidence of SHM. CEO Long, this issue affected our business even overseas. One of the directors said. What do you mean even overseas? CEO Long, the director, break out in cold sweat. He must tell this bad news. Earlier, one of the foreign investors called us, they're pulling out the deal. Also, one of the malls that we signed to, cancelled the contract, they even blocklist us. What? They are believing that groundless rumors. CEO Long cupped his fist. This situation was getting worse. Sir, the evidence they had are really accurate. Just by asking and confirming the people in that transaction list and comparing them, they know that file is genuine. So many people believe them. We need to fix our image, people don't trust us anymore. CEO Long massages his temples. How they got their hands on that evidence? Is there a rat in our company? He said in a low voice. But inside he was fuming. We will investigate. But our image. One of the directors said. Create a new transaction. Deny everything. Let PR handle the matter. CEO Long. Underscore 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 the PR handle the matter. They knew deep in their hearts that CJ's was at fault. But they don't have any choice. This is the place they work. They posted an apology and an explanation. We are really sorry for our incompetence and misgivings to our dear customers. First, CJ's really want to thank you for trusting us and allows us to give an explanation. We deny the file that SHM posted. We have never seen that transactions before, what we have is here. A file was attached. It was another audit with same people who bought from CJ's. The file was the same at the file that SHM posted. The difference is the accounts, shares, and amount. What the SHM said about the diamonds that people bought for being fake confirmed, was the culprit was already found out. We already handled the matter when we found out the diamonds were switched. So please, believe in us as we serving the public for 100 years. This statement brought new heights to the issue. People argued. Some sided at CJ's, others were not. The upper society even heard of the matter. They supported CJ's since they were their usual buyers. Also, the jewelries in their hands were genuine. Aside from that, their PR made another team to investigate at SHM. They posted the past posts and news that SHM covered. Since SHM did not have any good works in the past, CJ's used that against them. Their news like tailing and confirming rumors of the president of oil company having another mistress and the cheatings of other politicians. Because of this background, people started to side at CJ's. Xiongji, who were riding at her car to her new office, was browsing through her phone. Well, she can't help it. She needed to check. When she read the post of CJ's, she could not help but smile inwardly. What a fool. By doing this they are just digging deeper towards their grave. Then she put her phone away. She had seen enough, and without doubt she would be meeting her vice director of IHCHI soon. Underscore 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 underscore. Entering her office, she noticed the private room was locked. She knew that genius boy was in that room again. She reached her phone and stared at it. She was wondering what Lin Feng was doing. Earlier when Lin Feng accompanied her to her building, he said he had some matters to attend. In the past, he always make excuses of that. But she did not give a thought of it. Now, that her feelings to Lin Feng was crystal clear, she had noticed that Lin Feng was always busy. How? Since she stared at him at the corner of her eye every ride to their school, she noticed that Lin Feng was always in his phone. Talking and chatting. Sometimes he was in days like thinking of something, then contact someone on his phone. What is he doing? Xiongji wanted badly to ask him, but she knew Lin Feng liked his privacy, especially now that he had not developed his feelings towards her. She sighed. How come she did not notice it in the past? Now she was in the dark of what Lin Feng was about to do. Riaying Xiongji picked up the phone absent-mindedly and answered it. Hello. Is it Xiongji? Xiongji's mind was quickly cleared. Her eyes brightened and a slight curve of her lips she said. It is me. I am Fong Dian. Remember me. You went to me last time and give me 3 days to to decide. Of course. I've been waiting. So what's your answer? Can we meet first? Go to the address that I gave you. Then she ended it. He's the reason why she came here today in her office. Underscore 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 Fong Dian went to Xiongji's office. He was actually hesitating if he had to accept this offer. But the girl was right. He had no other choice. That bastard really blocked him to any company he applied for. He was prepared to work odd jobs. But he was graduated with a bachelor degree. It was a waste. So he tried to make his deal with this girl work. Arriving at the office, he was a bit startled. No one is really here. But what could he expect? I have not yet started. He entered one of the private rooms and he saw a boy typing madly at his computer. Without turning back, the boy said, "She's in the other room." He closed the door and entered the other room. He saw Xiong-ji sitting with Doc.U.Ments in her table. He took a seat across from her and stared at the Doc.U.Ments in the table. Xiong-ji moved the paper closer to him and handed him the pen. Fong Diem's mouth twitched. "That's it. No talking." Xiong-ji was clear. Coming here meant signing the contract. Fong Dian picked up the pen and started signing. He already read it almost 100 times. After he was done, he looked at Xiong-ji. "Ms. Xiong, I'm glad you give me this opportunity. No doubt it was you who used connections to bail me out. Thank you. For this I will do all my best for this company. Let's work well. I hope you work well. You're the CEO, you will handle the business. I will just provide some possible business deal and approve some deal that you want to suggest. Aside from that, you'll decide everything. You will be meeting your vice director soon." Xiong-ji said while reaching out some paper. Fong Dian raised his brow. "Is the vice not yet convinced?" "She is. But cannot meet us in a moment." He just nodded. Then Xiong-ji handed him a paper. It was a list of names. "Contact these people, recruit them. If you know someone who could work hard and loyal, count them in. By next week, this room must be filled with people." She handed another paper written on it was other companies' names. This companies and establishments, contact them. Invest in their new project. New project only. Demand 20% interest. 20, that's too much. No one would agree in daylight robbery. They will. Trust me. I will contact you again after a week. With our vice director. Then Xiong-ji stand up, "You can start now." And she left. Fong Dian stared at the list. He reached out to his phone and searched every company in the list. After a while, he was shocked. These projects that Xiong-ji wants to invest were all too mediocre. Now he understood why Xiong-ji was confident that these companies will accept their proposal. Turns out no one wanted to invest to their lame project. And now, their company wanted to invest. Fong Dian began to doubt. This company. Can it really grow? Did he make the right decision? Working here. With a high school girl as his boss. No matter, she's the boss, I'll just do my best. But little did he know that after a year those mediocre projects that he looked down upon will rise like a small bird turned into a phoenix. End of day 3, A/N. Remember Fong Dian. Refer to chapter 8 and 9, Happy Face. Chapter 26. A week, 3, you are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Day 4, Ms. Bivia Chang's heels sounded loudly towards the hallway. She was upset. Very upset. How dare them? These CJs tried to deny everything. Yesterday she had been smiling as an evidence showed up on the net. That was she had been looking for. But then these shameless bastards deny everything and even make a fake one. Ms. Bivia Chung stopped walking and calmed herself down. It's okay. There are still many ways. Once I got my hands on that shitty piece of paper and proved to those fools that it's goddamn fake, they're doomed. Then she started walking again towards Prosecutor Hu Dian's office. Hu Dian just came back at his office after his leave for his grandfather's funeral. He was studying each case that was left for him to work this month. He massaged his aching temple and took a sip to his coffee. It was morning yet he felt tired already. Suddenly the door was forcefully opened and a female warrior ready to battle came in. Due to sudden intrusion, Hua Dian spit out his coffee on the document he was working on. What a shitty morning. But he could not get angry to the woman in front of him who was trying to calm herself. What's the matter, Bivia? Got PMS in the morning. Then he smiled cheekily. He seemed to forgot that he was in a bad mood. Right, he got a thing towards this ice queen who was now like a flaming warrior. Seeing Hua Dian in a good mood worsened Bivia's mood. She did not know why, but she felt punching the guy. She wanted to punch someone right now. Dian, we need to file re-investigation to CJ's case. Lawyer Chang said while trying to cool her temper. Hua Dian furrowed his brows. What for? Did the trial was already at hand? Lawyer Chang rolled her eyes. It seemed Hua Dian did not know it was related to Xiao Mei. With all patience she could master, she told the news and explained everything to Hua Dian, including the deal with Xiong Ji. Hua Dian was shocked. He did not know that the suspect was Xiao Mei. Xiao Mei would never do that. She could not even spit to any ground. It was a frame-up. I know. See this. Lawyer Chang opened the computer in Hua Dian's table and searched something. An article came out. They read it, and click there and then, went to another website, check upon CJ's website and back to the first article again. They're doomed. Hua Dian said with a knowing smile. They are really fools. They think the case will not be re-investigated anymore since they bribed all the officials and judge. Did they really think by apologizing and creating a fake document will save them? What a bunch of fools. They were trying to save their image to the public, like a cornered rat, so they did that. I'll go to the chief. Hua Dian stand up and about to leave when Lawyer Chang asked. What if he opposed? Hua Dian smiled cheekily again, you know the answer. And he winked. Lawyer Chang smiled to herself. Her bad mood was gone. Yeah, that they can ignore us, but they cannot ignore the public. Underscore 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 in SHM, the four guys was busying themselves by editing, typing, posting, commenting, and cursing. This CJ's revolved from an animal to being an insect. I really want to squash them. GIPing, Thin, what are you mad for? They will be doom anyway. Xian Tao, Fat, but why they have to bring up our past work, comma. GIPing, what's wrong with our past work? They are all true. Mu Fian, Muscled, yeah, but they are low work. GIPing, just let them eat their words, post the next evidence, stop bickering. Lin Rua, Lean, they post the next evidence. It was the accounts and money bank of the CEO, board of directors and Xiao Mei. Followed by an article that was stating where they get that much money every 15 days, how come Xiao Mei's money in her account is this little if she's smuggling the diamonds, and so on. Many commented demanding if the picture was true or not. They waited for hours. When they saw people was in half, agreeing with them, some cursing them for twisting truth, they post another file. It was the GXX company that CJ contracted to, the supplier of genuine diamonds. They posted GXX company's inventory and transactions. They circled the CJ's amount of diamonds they get from that company. And make a comparison from the number of the diamonds they received between the diamonds they released. When the SHM produced the result, the public was shocked again. The difference was really big. Every month, CJ's ordered 85 diamonds from GXX company, but the number they released was 175/85. Where did they get the remaining 90 diamonds every month? A/N. Those who are lazy to understand what I'm saying here. 85/85, is 85 out of 85 diamonds. It is in somewhat percentage, 85 divided by 85 is equal to 1 whole, like one batch. 175/85 equals 175.85 is equal to 90, means 175 release of diamonds from 85 they received. So the 90, where did they get it? SHM was saying the 90 were all fakes that they smuggled and sell. RR. I'll just skip it XD ************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************ So the 90, that SHM started to contact GXX company to check their contracts. However, the GXX company did not give any response. Seeing this article, Lawyer Chang's mood skyrocketed. For sure people would be convinced more. As she said, the people who was siding at CJ's started to doubt. If the SHM's posted file was fake, the GXX company should release a statement that they deny it. But they chose to be quiet. In truth, the GXX company received a call from CJ's. The CJ's told them to not release any response or their inventory to the public. When they heard this, they knew that something was really going on. But CJ's was a big business deal for them. They don't want to lose a business partner. That would be a huge loss. But they could not also side at CJ's, their image and reputation would be at stake. So if they were not forced, they chose to be quiet. However, this made people speculate ideas regarding the issue. This brought another level to the controversy. In the chief's office, the old man in his 60s was massaging his knuckles. He looked at the young man in front of him. "Chief, this case is needed an reinvestigation. There are many evidence against CJ's." The chief rubbed his temples. They are only rumors. We cannot reinvestigate since the last investigation was already approved by the higher up. Besides, did the CJ's release their explanation? It was all misunderstanding. You just don't want to, because you received money from them. Hua Dian tightly closed his mouth to stop himself from saying this. "Chief, I hope you still the chief I knew from the past, who never helped someone who wanted to destroy innocents' lives for their greed." And with that he excused himself. Next time he come here, he would bring the public with him. Evening came, the bomb that had fallen to the media was still spreading its flame. Wave after wave of fire put the people in heated discussion. Before the sunrise arose, they all shouting. They must investigate. End of Day 4. Chapter 27. A week, 4, you are listening at novelfull.audio. Day 5, sir, please don't believe the rumors. Once the trial ended, CJ's innocence will be proven and our image will be restored to its peak. It's only temporary. We assure you that CJ's will truly compensate you and prove to you that CJ's, a 100-year-old company, will rise on the top again. Please don't pull out your investments. One of board of directors said to the phone. Since from early morning they received calls after calls from the investments companies they had a connection to. They were all pulling out their investments. Breaching the contract. The matter with GXX company being quiet made things worse. The other companies sensed something was fishy and realized that the rumors against them might be true. As business is business, they don't want to ride on the sinking ship. The companies that have a relation to CJ's breached their contracts and distanced themselves from CJ's. A tainted company. They don't want their company's image to be damaged. Of course, this move did not escape in SHM's tailing techniques. They posted again the companies that pulled out from CJ's. The viewers was adamant to know if it's true or not, contacting those companies in the list. The companies that pulled out did not have any against the CJ's, so they also did not speak any of it. This made people agitated. Since they could not contact those private companies who were not obliged to answer them, they turned to the government. Justice Department. Xiongji, who were dilly-dallying in school and staring at Lin phone most of the time, saw this news. It is about time. She reached out to her phone and dialed a number. "Hello. Lawyer Bivia Chang speaking. Lawyer Chang, this is Xiong Ji. Meet me at XX coffee shop at 6 p.m. I'll bring the evidence to you. Tut. Lawyer Chang stared at her phone. This girl. Underscore. Six p.m. XX coffee shop. Xiong Ji was sipping her tea while staring at Lawyer Chang. Lawyer Chang was doing the same, sipping at her coffee while staring at the girl. How's the thing in her end, Xiong Ji? How's the thing in her end? Lawyer Chang, the evidence. Lawyer Chang, the trial. Xiong Ji, well, you speak first. Lawyer Chang said. How's Xiao Mei's trial? Did you manage to make them agree to be Xiao Mei's lawyer? Not yet, but I will be no matter what. Hua Dian is helping. He is now taking care of the procedures to file an reinvestigation. How about you? You said you'll bring to me the evidence. Once I gave it to you, the matter will be handled by you. Be her lawyer and let Hua Dian be the prosecutor. Lawyer Chang smiled at Xiong Ji. That's what we planned. But the higher-ups seemed unmoving. We are now waiting for the public to act. So that they will be forced. Don't worry about the public's reaction and support. Just file and announce the trial publicly. I'll invite a media to publicize the trial, live. So they can act justly while the people watch them. Brilliant. Don't worry, me and Hua Dian will participate to the trial no matter what. Then she handed the USB with the same file she had given to SHM and a box. This. Lawyer Chang asked, referring to the box. Samples. The results is in the USB and inside the box. Use it in the trial. Okay, Lawyer Chang kept the box. After the talk they parted ways. On the way home Xiong Ji called the SHM. Announce the upcoming trial in 2 days. Make people demand a public trial. If ever, make them rally against CJ's corruption and deceiving. End of day 5, underscore. Day 6, as what Xiongji said. SHM did not waste any time to announce to the public the upcoming trial of Xiao Mei's case. They posted articles saying how unjust it is for Xiao Mei to be a suspected culprit while the evidence were all pointing at CJ's. The matter regarding the fake diamonds had been affected the public since they bought from CJ, and they want to reimburse the jewelries they bought if ever it was proven fake. Seeing this article the public was fired up more. They used their hard-earned money to buy these jewelries, they demanded to Justice Department to let them participate in the trial since they were also victims. In the Department of Justice, calls after calls greeted them. Yes, sir, we will see the matter at hand. Yes. Yes, of course. Thank you, sir, we will announce what the department decision on this. The officials are now having a meeting regarding this. Yes, later in afternoon. Thank you, sir. Then the door opened revealing a middle-aged man. Announced to the public we are having a public trial. And then dial tones, ring tones and typing filled the room. Underscore. In the afternoon, a huge rock hit the CJ's. The Justice Department just announced that the trial will be opened for the public. CEO Long and the board of directors called people they have relations to. What do you mean you don't have a choice? I'm sorry, CEO Long, the Justice Department has a say in the matter. I cannot help you with this. If your evidence are all accurate and true, you don't have to be afraid. I assigned the people from my side to be the lawyer and prosecutor. To the trial tomorrow. You don't have to worry. The Bureau doesn't have time to waste. A/N. What he mean by this: if your evidence are hard to distinguish if it is true or not, then don't be afraid, since their department did not give time to check their evidence. Something like that. I know you get it, I'm counting on your words, Chief. Once we're done with this case I'll treat you to your favorite restaurant. N. However, in the other side, Lawyer Chang and Prosecutor Huadian were pulling their strings to gather the evidence and check on it. They even filed to the Justice Department to be the prosecutor and the lawyer. In their letter they said, since it is a public trial, the department must assign a respected and trusted prosecutor and a lawyer who can present the case justly. Not a mediocre one and a junior. Since the two had a good public image, the Justice Department allowed them to. The lawyer and the prosecutor that had been assigned by the chief had a low image and low percentage of winning the case. Rather than the two. So, they could replace them for the better. Besides, it is a live trial, they must present their best. Huadian and Lawyer Chang did not let the news of replacing the lawyer and prosecutor to reach in their chief's ears. End of Day 6. Chapter 28. The trial. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Day 7, in a four-corner room, a woman was sitting in a small bed. She was hugging her knees and her hair was disheveled. But she was not crying anymore. In her mind, her grandmother was her first concern. Is she okay? Is she's not in pain? Is she awake already? Is she looking for me? I'll definitely get you out. The voice of a young girl echoed in her mind. She was very nervous for today. But she believed with Bivia and Huadian help she would get out of here. Besides, that girl promised. How that girl would do that she did not know. But she couldn't help to believe. Cling clang, she looked up and see a guard opening the door. Ms. Xiao Mei, I'll escort you out for your trial. The guard said. Xiao Mei gulped and stand up. With a cuff in her hand she followed the guard. After the ride to the court, she was led to a big door. 4 guards surrounded her. The one in front opened the door, and flash of lights greeted her. She could not help but closed her eyes. The guard behind her pushed her forward, opening her eyes. Xiao Mei was shocked. There's so many people. And cameras. As the trial was announced to publicize today, many media want to cover the trial. The SHM, the root of all, was on the back corner of the room. Xiao Mei was led to the chair of defensive team. In that area she saw her best friend, Bivia Chang. Lawyer Chang smiled at her, reassuring her. On the opposite side, in the prosecutor's area, she saw Huadian. Huadian also saw her, and nodded. She sat on her chair and Lawyer Chang held her hand. Don't worry, Mei, we will get you out. Lawyer Chang whispered to her. E.N. There's a lump in her throat. Her hands were sweaty. She looked at the witnessed area of the trial. Most people were reporters. Her eyes then traveled at the back seat. In the farthest corner, Xiao Mei saw a girl wearing a cap and a jacket. Even it was afar away, she had an inkling that the girl was the one who promised her to help her. Lawyer Chang saw her gaze. That's Xiongji. Don't worry, we will win this. The judges entered the room. After a while, they announced that the trial would begin. The prosecutor stand up for the opening statement. Huadian stated the crime that Xiao Mei committed and its punishment once she was proven guilty. Then Lawyer Chang also stand up for opening statement and told them that the defendant denied the accusations. Next, presentment of cases followed. Prosecutor Huadian stand up and opened the projector. A picture of doc.u.ment appeared. He told them that this doc.u.ment was signed by the CEO's assistant, Xiao Mei, who were the only one who received the diamonds that they ordered. He then called the witness. one of the CJ's manager who was handling the shipments of diamonds they received. Hu Dian began to ask questions. Are you the one who handed the ordered diamonds to Ms. Xiao Mei? E.N. Before you handed it to her, did you touch any of the boxes? N.No. It was sealed. The only one who can transfer them was Ms. Xiao only. Did you see it for yourself that Ms. Xiao received the diamonds personally? N. When she entered the storage room, is she alone? N. Does anyone beside Ms. Xiao handle the diamonds to the storage? No. It was only Ms. Xiao Mei, no one else. That's all, judges. Then Lawyer Chang stand to begin cross-examination. You said, you are the one that received the shipments of diamonds, right? And saw personally that Ms. Xiao was the one who transferred it. And, whenever Ms. Xiao came to you for the transfer, did she bring anything with her? The witness was silent for a moment. He looked at the audience area, from where the CEO and board of directors was sitting. N.No. Not even a bag or a handkerchief. The witness think carefully. Nothing. He answered truthfully. Did you personally send her towards the storage area? Yes. Did you also wait for her to come out? Yes. When you wait outside, how long does it take for Xiao Mei to transfer it? About 2 minutes. When she comes out, did she had anything with her? The witness looked at the audience area again, then peeked at Xiao Mei at the side. He gritted his teeth, and answered the truth. N.No. She was bare-handed. That's all, judges, thank you. Whispers, murmurs, and sounds of typing keyboards echoed through the court. It was then the turn of Xiao Mei to testify to the case. She sat in the middle chair and Hu Dian began to question her. How long do you work for CJ's? Almost 1.5. Xiao Mei clearly answered. For all the transactions of receiving the diamonds, transferring them, you handle them alone since the time you work for CJ's? Yes. You are an assistant. Is it a part of your work? As an assistant, no. But I cannot disobey my boss. Your boss? CEO Long. Is he the one who ordered you to handle the receiving and transferring personally? Yes. CEO Long stand up from the audience. What this prosecutor doing? He is supposed to corner her. So it's not your doing to handle that role? No. Whispers, murmurs and typing once again echoed through the court. Hu Dian get a box from his table and presented it to the jury and judges. He then clicked for the next slide. A video and a picture of transaction appeared. He clicked to play the video. The video contained the CCTV camera where Xiao Mei personally delivered the order to the staff, and the staff gave it to the customer. Hu Dian said, this video tell us that only Xiao Mei get the order and personally handed it to the staff. The staff with cameras on her gave it to the customer. So the shifting of diamond can only be done in the hands of Xiao Mei. CEO Long who stand up began to sit. So he was only preparing for that. He began to calm down thinking the prosecutor and the lawyer was on his side. While the chief in the other seat wanted to faint. Why these two people here? Where are the people he assigned? Hu Dian presented more evidences against Xiao Mei, such as her schedule that she was often gone in breaks and were in storage room instead, personally handling all transactions for sale and her signatures to all receiving orders. Hearing this, Xiao Mei was raging inside. All of those were not part of her work. But her boss always commanded her to do it personally, saying she is the only one who could be trusted. Xiao Mei felt a bitter taste in her heart. Those things that Hu Dian mentioned were all her hard work. She did not even have a break because she had to check the diamonds that was received. Now, all her hard work was paid by betrayal. After Hu Dian finished, he sat back in his seat. It was the turn of Lawyer Chang to defend Xiao Mei. She inserted a USB and a file appeared. Seeing the file, CEO Long's eyes got wide. It was the first transaction that SHM posted in the internet days ago. Hey, isn't that the first file that SHM posted? It was proven fake, right? Why the lawyer presented it to the case? I think that the file that SHM listed was true. If it is not, why the lawyer used it? Loud whispers, flashes of cameras, and typing keyboard crowded the room. Lawyer Chang's goal was to tell to the people that the file SHM posted was true. But since it was irrelevant to Xiao Mei for this trial today, she made this chance to not be wasted but to get a glimpse for the people that CJ's was conning them. She even emphasized. As you see in this file, this transaction was signed by the CEO himself and board of directors. It means they approved of this transaction. And let Ms. Xiao handle the receiving and transferring. She then clicked a next slide. It contained a video. The video was then played. Ms. Xiao Mei appeared with the manager. They got the boxes and Xiao Mei entered alone in the storage room with the boxes. Lawyer Chang then paused the video. As you can see, Ms. Xiao Mei did not bring anything with her, and when she leaves she did not also bring out anything. Besides, the time only consumed 2 minutes. So how can she switch the diamonds without something on her and with little time? Not mentioning, opening a packet, switching it, sealing it again in precise manner. Then she clicked the next slide. The bank account of Xiao Mei appeared. Lawyer Chang just repeated what SHM said. She then presented other evidences that proved Xiao Mei's innocence, such as the videos through her breaks, the money that she had and spent since she worked at CJ's, etc. Then Lawyer Chang gave out a box. She gave it to the jury, judges, and finally called a jewelry expert to stand as a witness. The court was silent as the expert studied the necklace with diamond in his hand. This outrageous, it is fake. Murmurs erupted through the court. Judges, juries, and audience, this diamond in my hand was released 2 years ago. It came from CJ's in their promo sale. So this fake diamond, is it also switched by Ms. Xiao, who was currently studying at college that time? Then she clicked the next slide. It was an article that SHM posted 2 days ago. She encircled the points that SHM said. 175/85, the miracle 90 diamonds, etc. CEO Long, who was listening, could not hold it anymore. He shouted. Brazen. It's irrelevant to the case. That's all fake. Judges. Prosecutor, you need to stop her. She's ruining CJ's. But no one listened to him. It just made the reporters around him to become excited. They clicked their cameras to him and typed more. CEO Long looked around, then his infuriated gaze fixed at the chief. Didn't you say they are on my side? He wanted to shout this at the chief. The chief just turned away from him. Even him did not know about this. Lawyer Chang did not stop and just ignored CEO Long. She then bring out a file and let the jury, judges and reporters saw it clearly. Seeing the papers in Lawyer Chang's hand, CEO Long gaped in shock. How did she get that? Lawyer Chang called another witness. It was the representative of GXX company who delivered diamonds to CJ's. The witness sat at the chair. Lawyer Chang began questioning. How long does GXX company been in contract to CJ's? 55 years. This diamond. Lawyer Chang pointed at the diamond in the box. Is proven fake, it is from CJ's 2 years ago, and as CJ's contractor, it is logically from you. Do you deny this? Yes. We never delivered fake ones. The representative looked at CEO Long. The GXX company did not have a choice. Their reputation would be destroyed if they did not participate in this trial. This fake diamond would be pointed at them. They had to clear their name, even they had to let go CJ's. This transaction in my hand, is it the transaction you did? Lawyer Chang said while pointing at the paper that CJ's released. The representative looked at CEO Long menacingly. Don't blame us, since you also used our company, risking us. For making that lie. No. Gasped, whispered. Yell, flashes of cameras, typings of keyboard exploded in the court. Even the judges and juries showed a disbelief expression. If the other party said it's fake, then the CJ's was really doomed. That was a big crime. Is the one in my left hand was your true copy of transaction? Lawyer Chang was not yet finished. The left one was the file that SHM posted. Yes. The noise had not yet quieted down. When a bomb was thrown to them. Oh my gosh. Then what SHM said is true. CJ's is really deceiving us. Selling to us the fake. I even wear this bracelet that worth a 3-month salary for me, don't tell me it is fake. I need reimburse.em.e.nt. Me too. Angry shouts directed toward CEO Long. CEO Long was staring wide-eyed at the paper in Lawyer Chang's hand. Why did they said that they don't have time to investigate it? Why that we're doomed? Then he fainted. Chapter 29. Release. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The judges tried to calm down the witnesses of the trial and the reporters. After Lawyer Chang asked the representative, she sat back on her seat. Prosecutor Hu Jian proceed to closing arguments followed by Lawyer Chang. The judges then give everyone a break. They turn to the juries and instruct them the appropriate law for the verdict. In the afternoon, while waiting for the verdict, the public was in a mess. They were all pointing their fingers toward CJ's for deceiving them. Many were asking for investigation of the promo sale since a lot of people bought from that promo. They wanted the government to investigate the CJ's and refund their money. After a long while, the judges called everyone again for the verdict. The court was silent as the judges started to read the verdict. Cameras focused, reporters readied themselves to write, CJ's representative sweating back, Lawyer Chang's boring gaze to the paper that the judge was holding, Hua Dian's calm and unwavering gaze, Xiao Mei's shaking breaths and Xiong Ji's sipping tea. While everyone was anticipating for the result, Xiong Ji was drinking tea at the nearby cafeteria. After the break she immediately went to this coffee shop. She did not like the crowd. Besides, she already knew the result. She just had to wait. As she had thought, the judge proclaimed that Xiao Mei's case lacked evidence against her, so she had proven not guilty. Other than that, the evidences were pointing to CJ's instead. They also announced that there would be an investigation to CJ's, giving the public a satisfied answer. CEO Long was long gone to the hospital after the break. The board of directors handled the remaining procedures and also the new investigation. They did not know what to do. If the government investigate them, they were really doomed. They had been smuggling fake diamonds since the time of CEO Long. That had been 9 years. While the CJ's was facing their doom, Lawyer Chang's team were relieved and satisfied with the result. They waited outside the ward for Xiao Mei. After a while, Xiao Mei came out and she was greeted by Lawyer Chang's and Hua Dian's hugs. I'm free. Xiao Mei said teary-eyed. She was a bit shocked and was still in daze. She let herself feel their hug to know if it's really real. I can now go home. Thank you. She freed herself from their hug and thanked them. She then noticed that the young girl she saw earlier was not with them. She looked at Lawyer Chang questionably. She's in the coffee shop. Do you want to meet her now? She really helped a lot. Lawyer Chang said. Xiao Mei nodded and they went to a coffee shop. In the corner, nearby the window, a girl with a cap and a jacket was sitting alone. She looked up and waited for them to come to her table. When Xiao Mei sat comfortably, she lowered her head and bowed, expressing her deep thanks to Xiong Ji. I'm really lucky that you lend your hand to us. I have heard everything from Bivia, thank you so much. I know by working with you I cannot pay you enough. I will work loyally with all my best to your company. Xiao Mei said, still bowing. She did not care if she was lowering herself to a younger person. She had learned a lot from this experience. No matter what status or age, it did not describe a person. Like how she had been naive to trust CJs since they were a 100-year-old company and have a good public image. But that very company almost ruined her honest life. Now she was freed, she would thank the people forever who had helped her. If young Ms. Xiongji wanted me to sign the contract right away, I can do it now. She was really thankful to the young girl. She would work hard to repay them. It's okay. You need to visit and focus on your grandmother first. I'll give you a week to settle them. Just tell me when Mrs. Ping's surgery. After that, contact me so we can start. Xiao Mei was moved. She gave a deep thanks to Xiongji again. After saying those, Xiongji prepared to leave. Congratulations for getting out. Then she strode off. Underscore 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 Caroline Jewelries was built in 1910. Being a 100-year-old company, their roots was deep. However, with this controversies regarding the fake diamonds, CJ's was being uprooted little by little. In a week before the trial, their expansions in overseas was having a mishap. Foreign investors cancelled their deal, store, malls, and establishments were closing for them. In the country where CJ's born, public trust had gone down to zero, their business partners breached their contracts, leaving them. Their VIPs and usual customers, the wealthy family, was ashamed of them, even throwing out their product in public, making their ruined image more ruined to the point where their company's name would be heard, the public would only think one word for them: fake. Moreover, they faced the public's rage. They were demanding refund. They badmouthed CJ's to the point even the employees resigned in that company. The employees also did not want to face the public's wrath. With the investigation coming, the board of directors were fleeing to another country and changing their names. The CJ's was really going further down to the point of no return. CEO Long was sitting in the hospital bed. He was watching the news. He saw the CJ's, the company he tried so hard to made it big, going bankrupt. It's gone. It's gone for sure. My company. CEO Long just stared at the TV. What should I do? Should I run? Never come back here? But that was my company that I worked for hard for many years to become a CEO. Now it will be gone. I can't accept this. Then he remembered something. Or should he say someone? Right, that person can change everything. He is the one who make me a CEO and teach me this business. He's powerful. For sure he can help me. He reached for his phone and searched for that person's contact. When he saw it, he dialed the number. After a ring, a woman's voice answered. Hello. CEO Long. Hello, can I talk to Mr. Liu? I really need to talk to him right now. CEO Long said in a hurried voice. I am sorry. But Mr. Liu is not available at this moment. Please, I really need to talk to him. My business is at stake here. Can you at least tell me what time he will be available? I think I should advise you, CEO Long, this is not really a good time. Who's that? Another voice interrupted the woman. It was a man's voice. Hearing that voice, CEO Long got a chill in his back. But he suppressed his fear. He need that man's help right now. The assistant handed the phone to the man. A hard, deep, with a tinge of amuse.e.m.e.nt voice said, Oh. It's CEO Long. How have you been? CEO Liu, I really need your help. CJ's need a backing right now. Oh. So you called me for help. Why do you think I would help you? I don't have time to swim at the bottom of the ocean and retrieve a thing to a ship that sunk. CEO Long gritted his teeth. He knew this man was fearsome. But he need to be brave right now. So he said in a hard tone. CEO Lu, have you forgotten who introduced me those business? If not for you, I would not be in this corner right now. The government will investigate CJ's. If they find that file, will your company be also implicated? Ha! Ha! A cold laugh that seemed to come from the underworld reached CEO Long's ears. He could not help but be afraid. Still, he just bit his lips. So you are threatening me? You can't probably think straight right now. Going against me? Are you sure? The man said tauntingly. CEO Long's fingers were now numb and cold. His breathing stopped for a moment. He was really afraid right now. N.N.O. H. How can I go against you? I'm just saying the file. Oh, you're worried about the file. Don't worry, just check your drive and you will be relieved. Goodbye CEO Long, I hope you won't make a bad decision. I really enjoyed our time as business partners. Then the man ended the call. CEO Long stared at the phone. Then with a shaking hand he checked his drive. He tried to find the file. But no matter how much he scrolled and searched he did not find it. The L file was gone. Meanwhile, in the other line, the man just handed his phone to his assistant. He just answered the call earlier to escape from the old man's inquiries. If there's anything that made things hard for him, this old man in front of him was one of those kind. Hard to remove. A challenge. He took the sit in front the old man and faced him. He then said. Sorry. It was a business call. Where we are again, father.in.law. I want my grandson back. The old man said with a determined voice. No matter what, he would took that child away from this monster. Chapter 30. 27, The Glare. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The CJs submitted a public apology this morning. They stated that they will provide refunds to their customers and will cooperate fully in the investigation. However, many board of directors of CJs already flee in other countries, making the investigation difficult. According to the team leader of the investigation, they have sufficient evidence in their hands for the next week trial. Meanwhile, the CJ's transactions are all frozen until the trial. Xiong Ji was reading the news in her phone while waiting for her P.E class. It had been days since the case of Xiao Mei. Xiao Mei haven't contacted her. The surgery of Mrs. Ping must be at hand, that's why Xiao Mei could not contact her. The coach entered and she put her phone away. They were in the junior gym school. A 10-minute drive from their building. The coach instructed them that they were playing basketball. Girls could watch while the boys played first. Having no friend, Xiong Ji sat alone in the back area of the benches. She just watched in front while deeply thinking of something. It's almost a month since she was reborn. Her building company was already accomplished. She's just waiting for Xiao Mei to introduce her personally to her CEO and IHCHI. After briefing them, she would just wait for her company to boost. Her deal to Guzhen could wait. There's still a year. She was still avoiding the beast and they haven't met, which is good for her. Her enemies haven't introduced themselves, but she was ready to face them. She might not have a close relationship to her grandfather, but they were good. Seems like everything was good so far. But what she was concerned the most was Lin Feng. She did not know how she would approach him. Did she had to push him in the bed first and made him be responsible for her? Like what she watched in ancient dramas? Or did she had to write love letter and had a slow romance like what she read in the romance novels? She did not know. This was the first time she felt love. First time loving someone. If it's in the past, she wouldn't care. But now, her first priority was Lin Feng. In those days she had spent with him in this second lifetime, she felt that she was becoming far from him. Like he was guarded. There were walls around him. But no matter what, she would climb those walls. She promised in this second lifetime she would do everything to spend her life with Lin Feng. Peru, a whistle broke out her thoughts. She looked at the source. The couch clapped after he whistled. Good. Guzhen. I thought you can't shoot with those thin arms of yours. But you just did it. Nice shot. Thinking of joining my basketball team? We can welcome you, 3-point shooter. The coach said to Guzhen. Guzhen took off his glasses and wiped them before putting on. Snap. Xiongji looked for the source of the sound. Thank you, coach. But I only play basketball whenever I'm free. Unfortunately, I'm not that free, Guzhen said and smiled. Snap. That sound again. Xiongji was sure this time that it was not an illusion. She had heard it clearly. She looked around. Where are you? Then at the corner she saw a shadow peeping back and forth to the court. Xiongji curled up her lips. Found you. She then ran at the back and circled around the area. When she arrived at the corner where the shadow was, she slowed down her steps. She was facing the figure's back. Xiongji examined the person in front of her. That person was also wearing a junior's PE uniform like her. The person's head was covered in a black shawl. She could not identify the person's gender, but she could guess it was a girl. The person was holding a camera and she looked like she was taking pictures. She was muttering something. Xiongji stepped forward to the girl to hear her words. Oh my, dot. My husband looks so hot. Kya. He is really good. Come on, look here, Kya. Good shot. She doesn't seem like an enemy. But a stalker instead. Ahem. Xiongji coughed loudly. She was curious what this girl doing, and also she wanted to confirm something with this girl. The person jolted in shock due to the sudden sound behind her. Her hand slipped and all the pictures she had just captured were all littered in the ground, thus exposing the pictures. She quickly crouched down and collected them one by one in a very fast move. Before a minute passed, the pictures was already in her pocket. Her camera was hanged around her neck. Xiongji, who had a sharp eyes, saw it clearly. Those pictures, every one of them had a picture of Guzhen in it. Xiongji looked at the girl who were putting the pictures in a very careful manner to her pocket. She was right. The person was a girl. She was also wearing a dark eye. Glasses covering half of her face. But Xiongji still recognized her. She was the girl in the cafeteria, who broke the plate, and also one of her classmates. Song Xiantin, are you stalking Guzhen? Xiongji asked the obvious. She just wanted to make sure, because she wanted to confirm if the glare she always felt was also from her or to other hidden forces. A/N, hidden forces XD. I know, I just wanted to laugh. Song Xiantin stopped for a moment. How did she know? I'm wearing disguise. Even my maid doesn't recognize me. She must be bluffing. With that thought she composed herself and chin up. I'm not Song Xiantin. You're mistaken me to someone. Xiongji looked at the girl. Then her gaze lowered somewhere in her chest and stared at it. Then looked at Zuantin's face again. Song Xiantin got goosebumps. Did she recognize her by the size of her bill? Bs, she covered her chest. She did not know that the young miss of Xiong had that kind of taste. She even made Xiongji her rival. Xiongji then realized that the look Song Xiantin gave her was a little strange. She pointed at Zuantin's chest. Your full name was sewed to your uniform. Xiongji said in a matter-of-fact tone. She even pointed her own chest with a name, Xiongji, that was sewn to her own PE uniform. She did not know what kind of thoughts the girl was having. But she did not like the look the girl was giving, like she was a rapist or something. Song Xiantin touched her chest. Then her eyes go wide. What an idiot. I forgot to cover my name. I'm screwed. She bit her lip. What's the point of having these disguise if someone found out she was stalking.no? Admiring Gu Zhen. What if she told Gu Zhen? Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Seeing the girl was panicked, Xiong Ji did not push her. She walked past her, and then turned to her to ask. The glare last time, is it you? Song Xiantin attention turned back to Xiong Ji. The glare. She looked confused. Xiong Ji enlightened her. At the cafeteria, when I talked to Gu Zhen. The more she thought of it, the more it was possible. It's probably me. I might have stared so much in your back. More like want to push you away from Gu Zhen. Oh. Xiong Ji started to walk away when she turned again. Don't worry, I won't tell to anyone what I saw today. Xiong Ji said while looking at Zuantin's pocket. Song Xiantin protected her pocket. Why looking at my pocket? I'll never let you steal it. Why? Why should I trust your words? You may probably tell him later that I'm a stalker. You're my rival. How can she not mouth me to Gu Zhen? Gu Zhen might hate me now. But I'm not a stalker. I just want to admire him even from afar. Song Xiantin looked like she was about to cry. This made Xiong Ji's sensitive heart to flutter a little. She understood how Song Xiantin felt. She also did not want the man she liked to hate her. You like Gu Zhen, don't you? Don't worry, I understand what you feels. Her mature heart in the age of 23 comes out facing a love. 16-year-old girl. However, this made Song Xiantin misunderstand her words. She narrowed her eyes. Are you saying you like Gu Zhen too? That's why you understand me. That you are now proclaiming a fair war. Song Xiantin looked like she was ready to fight. This made Xiong Ji's head hurt. What a fool. But Xiong Ji tried to be matured here since she felt like she had to coax this little kitten in front of her. She also pitied the girl. She did not want to add to the girl's love problems. No. I have absolutely no romantic or sex.u.a.l feelings towards Gu Zhen. Those feelings are only for my one and only one man. That one man is not Gu Zhen. She had to make sure if this Xiong was a friend or a foe. Xiong Ji sighed. This girl was difficult to talk to. Yes. I'm referring to my one and only one man, Lin Feng. She repeated again and even blurted out Lin Feng's name. When Song Xiantin heard Lin Feng's name, her eyes brightened and her gossip mode was turned on. Lin Feng. The Zhou Lin Feng, who is the #1 most desired future husband by the girls in THS. Oh. His rank is being challenged by the Guan guy. Then Song Zuantin's eyes went wide behind her sunglasses. He is your aide. You're in love with your aide. Song Xiantin excitingly said. It's like a soap opera. A forbidden love. Xiong Ji just looked blankly at the young girl who already forgotten her guarded stance against her. But her mind also perked up in two things. First, Lin Feng was ranked #1 in most desired husband. This made her blood boil. So many women want to covet her man. She need to secure her place in Lin Feng's heart. I need to make a move. Lastly, the Guan guy. The moment she heard that surname, made her afraid and mad at the same time. She dreaded the time when she had to meet the beast.